Now, their involvement, he was apologizing for their involvement in slavery. That's what's critical. So let's go over this. So where he was saying, let me make sure I got this turned up. I don't, okay. Listen closely. Watch this. So, all right, hold on. Let's start it from the top.
We are very privileged to be with you, particularly our brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans.
Okay. Particularly from the Caribbeans. Then somebody whispered, in the diaspora. Okay, and then he said, the diaspora. So listen to this closely. Right in the beginning,
wow,
he had to be instructed on what to say. So you already know this was staged. Once again, let's start it from the top.
We are very privileged to be with you, particularly our brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans and the diaspora.
Wow.
You hear that, right?
Yeah.
So that was right in the beginning. Somebody beside him saying, and the diaspora. And the diaspora is what he's saying. Now, let's move on.
And the people from all over Africa, our brothers and sisters from all over Africa. I wish at this point to particularly to apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago.
Here they go again with that 400 number. We already went over that. But he's saying that this happened 400 years ago.
By my ancestors.
By his ancestors.
In the Atlantic slave trade. 400 years ago. By my ancestors.
See?
During the Atlantic slave trade.
During the Atlantic slave trade. It sounds like he don't know what he's talking about. Come on, y'all. Was it the Transatlantic slave trade or the Atlantic slave trade? Which one was it, y'all? Somebody failing to tell him the correct information in his ear. Something.
He was reading too.
I'm just saying. He said the Atlantic slave trade, not the Transatlantic. The Atlantic. All right.
400 years ago, by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade.
So clearly he don't know what he's talking about. Clearly. That's just regurgitated information, right?
By my ancestors.
By his ancestors.
During the Atlantic slave trade. Where over 400 years ago, millions of our brothers and sisters were captured, sold and transported under inhumane and cruel circumstances through Elmina Castle across to the Caribbeans and to the New World.
Across to the Caribbeans and to the New World. The New World is us. Remember, I told y'all that, right? They called this territory the New World.
The colonizer.
It's new to them,
yes,
not to us.
The colonizer. The colonizer called it the New World. But we have always known of the Americas. The Americas is the old world. Let's continue.
It's new to foreigners, not to us. Keep in mind, he said to come across to the Caribbean and then to the New World. To come across. Remember I showed y'all can't do that? By way of the ocean gyres? Once again, he's regurgitating information that he has no clue about. A lot of these people are. And they are misinformed and just spitting it out there as if it was truth and fact. As long as they getting that dollar bill put in the side of that offering plate, and whoever is paying for this trip, they good to go. They going back home. That was a good one, brother. We did a very good, brother. That was the what? That's it. What was accomplished here? A staging of an apology. You staged an apology as if you're you're some type of prime minister, lawmaker. You're not any of that. You're a Christian pastor from Ghana. And then he just admitted that they sold their own people out into slavery. And you're going to turn around and offer the people that were sold into slavery citizenship over there in Ghana? As if everything all good now, we're not going to do that same thing again. How can somebody trust you? Well, that was 400 years ago, Dane. What's the difference between then and now?
And not only that, it was a blatant lie. They did not capture us in Africa and put us on slave ships and ship us to the Americas. As my brother Dane Calloway just stated about the geysers in the freaking ocean. How it will prevent that, okay? It's the opposite of what they say. They lied about everything, okay? The Americas was already inhabited by billions of us, okay? We were happy and free in the Americas, okay? And I'm talking about all the way North, Central, and South America, okay? Including Canada. All the way down to the freaking, South America, to the lowest point of South America, okay? All of that was ours, okay? All of that was considered Negro land. All right, and the land of Canaan was North America, okay? That's where your most gigantic bones and skeletons have been found, okay? Now, sure, it's been found, in various places all over the freaking earth, but the predominant place where giant skulls and skeleton bones was found is right here in America, okay? And your Smithsonian has been covering this stuff up, okay? They've been covering it up this whole damn time.
If you couldn't trust them then, how can you pinpoint the trust now? How are you going to be safe and secure in Ghana right now?
I have seen several videos about people that actually went to Ghana and have completely, utterly regretted it, okay? Have completely, utterly regretted it. And I'm not taking the time to go try to find these videos and play these videos, none of that. You can do the research on your own. This was around 2018 when this African or this Ghanaian Christian pastor got on national TV, supposedly apologizing for their role in the slave trade, okay? Now, they did have a role. Don't get me wrong. They did have a role, all right? Because they're one of the nations that's listed in Psalms 83, the Confederacy that they had, along with our twin brother Esau, okay, all the descendants of Esau, all right, and, many other nations, okay? The Ishmaelites, the Arabs, and yes, bro, like all of these nations had a confederacy to hide who true Israel is, okay? They all know that the Americas was our land, okay? We're the only nation of people that don't have a land where we belong. They say that we're from Africa, but where in Africa? Africa is a freaking continent. Okay? It's a whole damn continent. What country are you saying that we're from? And so they staged this whole freaking apology, trying to convince us over here in the Americas that we are truly from Africa and to come back home, basically. Yet we don't have not one ancestor that we can pinpoint in Africa. I don't have not one ancestor that I can point to and be like, oh yeah, my roots started here. No, all my ancestors are right here in the Americas, okay? Even down to my great-great-grandfather. Let me look and see again. Because my dad sent me documents. My mom sent me documents. I'm going to look and see my oldest relative. Let's see. PDF files. That's my. I thought I saved my mother's side. I could have sworn that I put my mom's side. I want to try to find that again. Alright. Alright. Okay, I get my... on my dad's mother's side, I have my great-great-great-grandfather, okay, from 1850. Alright. Okay, and I got my great-great-great-grandmother. Alright. Bought land 160 acres in 1870. Okay. My great-great-great-grandmother bought land. It was 160 acres in 1870. Okay. And that's right here in the Americas, alright? And see, this was originally our land. We didn't have to purchase land. So, you know, we're talking after Christopher Columbus and, you know, the colonization. There was colonization that took place here, and it continued, alright? And then the land that my great-great-great-grandmother purchased was stolen. Okay? Or it might be in a trust. I don't know. Like, I received these documents last year, August 13th, 2022. Okay? And, you know, I've been busy. I've been busy doing the work of the kingdom. And I'm not a seeker of money and all of those things. I know that the Father is going to deliver me. Okay, the Father is going to overturn my poverty. You know, in the meantime, I do what I'm led to do by way of the Spirit. Okay? Now, I just wanted to, you know, look and see my oldest relatives. You know, this is right here in the freaking Americas. Okay? My great-great-great-grandfather and my great-great-great-grandmother on my dad's mother's side. Okay, in the 1800s, all right, we owned land, and the census was taken June 1st, 1870. That's my great-great-great-grandmother. Now, my great-great-great-grandfather, look him up right quick. Birthplace, same place, different county. This census was taken in 1850. And so, bro, we don't come from Africa on slave ships, okay? This was our land. We are the ones that they broke the treaties with, okay? They broke the treaties with my people. I have my great-great-grandmother on my dad's mother's side. Same place, you know, that area over there, okay? This is where majority of our people resided. It says ethnicity is American. Our ethnicity, American, okay? Not African. They lied to us, okay? This is my land. Ethnicity on the census says American, all right? Not African. So, time's up for you telling us who we are. Alright? This was the promised land. And the Father allowed the worst of the heathen to come over here and destroy our land and us, okay? And we're getting back to Dane Calloway, but I just had some I had some stuff to say, bro. Connect my life. My life is connected